Alright, we're going to do a quick tour of Chios Town, the new town. Sunday afternoon, about 1:30. There's the public park. And we'll swing over. Not a whole lot of activity on a Sunday other than a few people out, shop owners cleaning up. Straight ahead is the main shopping area, but everything's pretty closed. Lots of side streets closed. Still on the main street. Swing over. A lot of side streets off of it. Tavernas, market shops. And a dog wing resting. Mostly locals, a few tourists hanging around, just taking a walk. More side streets. Local bakery cleaning up. And a little side street cafe. Relatively, nice. A few people. Another side street. And here's a bookstore. Closed. I'll check it out when it's open, see what they got. Maybe find something to read. This is usually very busy during the week. But when I was here Saturday, there was a crowd. Went back to the studio for a lunch and came back at 4. It was like siesta time, virtually a ghost town. Came back after eating around 7 and everything was still closed. So I think Saturday night would be packed, everything open, but I guess not. Whether because it's off season or not, I'm not sure. Most of this is pedestrian only. There are some dissecting streets where you can see traffic coming. And there are also bikes that come up here. I'm not sure if they're supposed to, but there goes one. And you just gotta watch where you're going, even on a quiet Sunday. Up ahead is an intersection. You see Vinius. It's a wine shop, also sells liquor. So I stopped in, picked up a small bottle of local ouzo and local wine. Pretty good, and prices can't be beat. Another street up there, very quiet. And looking up another street, a lone scooter, lots of shops either side, but everything's closed. Looking back down to where we came from. So it's a good day, take a walk, Sunday, not too many people out, many opportunities to take photos or videos without crowds of people walking in front of you. But, not too bad for a city. Another side street off of it, pretty dead. And we'll take another side street, your typical parking wherever. Seems to be the norm in Greece. Very little police presence here. I'm sure there's a police station somewhere, but looks like they don't ticket many people. Okay, here's a pretty church. And, horn tooting there. Get a little closer view here. Very nice, and you can see the pebble artwork. The whole courtyard is just done in that style. Pretty impressive. Millions of stones just laid out perfectly. Very clean. Nice front entrance, clock. Zoom up just a bit. Steeples. Come down. Very nice. There's a small church. Let's get out of the road here. Alright, another angle of the small church. That'd be the living quarters of the priest. And just walk around to the front. And, barking dog in the background. Not sure what the name of the building is, but it's very pretty. You know, the town, along with many other villages, was destroyed in a massive earthquake, 1881. So when they rebuilt, it was a mishmash of old and new, and there are places in Chios Town that look still Greek, and other places that just, they don't know what they want to be, old or new. So that's what you get in Chios Town. But you know, if you go to the old parts, especially where I'm staying, and wander some of the side streets, you can find some nice places. And just panning around at some of the buildings in this area. Here's an interesting side street. Looks a little more character to it. Nice structure there. A little jut out for a balcony, and a little parking area with a nice wall and garden. Cat. You know, just one of many side streets here that you can just wander around in. It's probably not a place you want to drive, because it'd be easy to get lost and confused. So I will only be driving from my studio to other parts of the island. Then when I get back, just park and spend the evening walking around and heading towards the main street. Okay, we hit a main street, which eventually goes to the waterfront, and you can see the ocean, obviously. Apparently, to get from one part of the island to another, you got to come through Chios Town, which creates a lot of traffic. But if you just take the main road in and out, you'll be okay. And we have 3 dogs. They must be related because they look somewhat similar. Just resting. What a life. Okay, here's part of the main waterfront. Very long. Very over-the-top boats here. You can see that big yacht, big tower on top. It's like a house plus a mansion combined into one. It's been moored there for at least a couple days. Okay, I just crossed the street on the boulevard along the waterfront. See all the boats, some of the buildings, probably hotels, tons of tavernas up and down the waterfront. But unfortunately, it's the main road in and out of town, so it's going to be a lot of traffic, sometimes more on busy days. So just how relaxing it is to eat, hard to say. That's why I go to the tavernas in the old town or in the back street. All right, looking the other direction, big ferry boats over there. See the mountains off into the distance. The waterfront again, lined with shops, tavernas, hotels. I'm staying way over on the other side there. Not really that far of a walk. You start wandering around, it's easy to lose track of distance and where you're going. So, but it does burn off food and alcohol. Nice day, mix of clouds and sun, more clouds, but a little blue sky. Bit humid, very comfortable temperature, short sleeve shirt. So not too bad. I mean, considering it's one of the largest cities of a Greek island. Good mix of old and new, but as I said, this whole town was destroyed in 1881, so they rebuilt it with a little of this, a little of that, so you get a miscellaneous type of construction. But, you know, not bad, I guess, for a city. A lot more relaxing and safer than some of the cities I've been in the U.S. So, everybody's been nice and friendly. Tourists and non-tourists, locals and non-locals. It's only the second day here. Haven't done any exploring to the other villages. Probably doing that starting Monday. So I'll just spend the rest of the day wandering around, videoing, photos, eating, and just hanging out. Just more tavernas up and down the whole length of the waterfront, shops, like the Greek Navy there, incoming traffic, all kinds, cars, scooters. What looking back across the bay, there's that big boat along with, I guess, the Coast Guard over there, that black, white, red, and yellow boat. Yeah, this looks like a very popular spot, just packed with people, mostly young. Quarter to two, probably having a lunch, coffee, drinks. So it looks like it might be the place to go if you're young and you know everybody. Right on the waterfront. And here's a little shop on the side street with deli, feta, olives, liquor, all kinds of local products. And what I'm finding here is a mix of Greek and Turkish shops, mostly Greek, but every now and then you'll see some Turkish shops, which, you know, gives you a little mix. I mean, Turkey is not that far from Chios, a few miles across the water. Here's a statue there, some dolphins. Another little shop with Turkish and Greek products. There's the cooler, a big wall of liquor, local, and your generic Bacardi and Martini and Gordon's, but mostly Greek, a little bit of Turkish liquor. Another wall of jams, jellies, teas, more liquor. Here's another shop. All the liquor you could drink. Jams, jellies, local products. Lots of products made with the mastic gum. More products. Yeah, all kinds of mastic products. And more side streets. Finding this is where you're gonna see the more traditional and less glitzy and touristy shops, a lot of the old stuff. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Looks like a deli there with cheese. More side streets, little shops. Everything closed up for today. It's like a fish shop right there. People getting organized and cleaning up, maybe getting ready for opening tomorrow. Another side street. This is a little market where I picked up local vegetables, tomatoes and cucumbers. Right next to it is another little shop with feta, olives. Stopped here and picked up some of the local cheese and olives. Little shop. Owner spoke perfect English. So this is pretty much Chios Town. I mean, there's a lot to see, but get a general idea of what's here. A little bit of old, a little bit of new, modern. Lots of options for shops, markets, and tavernas. Touristy, non-touristy, and everything in between. And we're back to the starting point of the main shopping area. We'll check it out during the week when everything's open, see how crowded and crazy it is, but it was there Saturday afternoon, it wasn't that mobbed, so we'll see.